Hey everyone, this is Connor McJury, head strength and conditioning coach at St. John Fisher. This short video is designed just to help you manage and get on our training app called TrainHeroic. Before I get into this, your coach should have sent you a summer folder. Make sure you read through that entire summer folder. There's information on how to use the app, how to get onto it, the right access code to use, as well as just some general information to make sure your summer goes smoothly. If you have input the appropriate access code, your app is going to look something like this with one workout on the day here. If you have not put in the access code, it's going to be blank with a quote. Make sure you check the summer folder to get that access code in there. Give you a 30,000 foot view quickly. You will not be able to see this screen, but just to kind of help you visualize what the summer is going to look like for you. So starting at week 1 of this 16-week program, your program may look a bit different depending on the sport you play. This is a court sport program. If you play court sport, I'm going to assume you have access to a court on top of a decent gym or home gym training facility, something of that nature. All right, so you can see here, days 1, 3, and 5 are your strength training days. In this case, days 2 and 6 are the speed and agility days. Then we got day 4, mobility, day 7, off. All right, so just to give you a visual of how your week may look, some sports, depending on what you play, you won't need a court, you won't need a field, you can do everything right in the gym. Other sports you may need to get out and move around a little bit. Looking ahead here to week 8. Week 8 is your deload week on the program. I call it your vacation week. If you're going on a trip this summer, I would use that. It doesn't have to be the 8th week, but I would use that. Take the week off, enjoy yourself, and get back on track when you come back. It's a 16-week program, like I said. To get through the whole 16 weeks, you're going to need to start in early May. So if you start later than that, don't worry about that. That's fine. If you're training at your high school or with another coach, that's fine. But make sure you do start this program at week 1. Don't skip ahead. Don't skip days. Don't do just the lifting. Don't do just the running. Make sure you do everything in order as best you can. Jumping back to the app here. Should look something like this. I'm going to click Start Session. It's going to take me through a brief readiness survey, giving myself an idea of how you're feeling, how's your mood, how's your nutrition, how's your energy. Clicking through here at the end, it's going to give you a readiness score. Up top here, mine is a 4 right now. Lets me know how you're doing, but also gives you a little bit of insight into how your habits are going to affect what you do. If you're putting a 2 in for sleep every day, you know that's something you probably have to fix, right? Same goes for nutrition. If your soreness is very low or very low on the 1 through 5 scale, you know that means maybe we prioritize that recovery a bit more. When you get through the readiness survey, it's going to pop up with your warm-up in this case. Now it's going to present itself in 2 different ways. One is this circuit style where all of the exercises are listed and typed out. I'm going to click on the video icon, the rectangle here. That's going to pop up with YouTube links to all of these videos. This is for technique. This is so you know what you're doing. Check those out. You're going to be comfortable with the warm-up sooner rather than later. When I'm done with the whole deal, mark is completed. I'm going to swipe across. You can see the dots up top there are open green circle when I have not completed it. When I've completed it, it closes up. This next block is sort of our superset view where I have 3 exercises. Make sure you are scrolling up and down so you're not missing anything. Some things like this goblet split squat, you're going to need to input your weight. So let's say I use 50 pounds. I can log it or I can autofill it. Autofill is going to just fill both of them. I'm going to then be able to click the double check mark, and it's going to check for me there. Make sure you're reading these notes. This stuff matters. The videos are attached, same as they were in the circuit view. And I'm going to click my way through. Treat this like a circuit, right? So I know I said superset, but do 1 set of the split squat iso, do 1 set of the leg lower, 1 set of the 90-90 hip switch, and then come back around. I'm going to keep swiping through here. Eventually I'm going to get to more strength-focused stuff. Be aware of these ones in particular where it says squat progression or hinge progression. Make sure you read the text that I've written here, make sure you watch the videos attached. Definitely for these, depending on your experience level, it's going to change what you do. All right, so be honest with yourself. If you're working with a coach, check in with them. But we're going to keep rolling here. Same thing with the push-up progression, right? Some other work there. Finally, we get to some mobility at the end, and I'm going to get to my done training screen. So make sure you've completed everything in the workout. Click done training. You're going to be able to select the intensity. Was it hard? Was it easy? You tell me. You're going to be able to change the duration of the workout. Maybe it took you 30 minutes. Maybe it took you longer. And then you're going to click finish session. It's going to pop up with some stats for you. For you, it should say that you completed all 5 or 6 blocks. I obviously just skimmed through that, but we're looking for you to complete everything. Once I bump back out, your finish screen should look something like this. A couple other things to be aware of. These dots at the top, if we're looking at the dates, one dot means one training day. So you can see maybe if I scroll ahead to, that's this coming Sunday, the 28th. That's an off day. Nothing on there, just a quote for you. Otherwise, though, there's something in every day, whether that's speed and agility, conditioning, stretching, anything like that. If I need to move a session, let's say I jump ahead. Today is the 22nd. Let's say I jump to the 25th, and I click start session here. It's going to ask me if I want to move. I'm just going to say yes, and then we'll see that this day ends up being on the 22nd. Right up top here, now we got 2 dots and no dot on the 25th. So if you need to move those, that's fine. Just make sure you're doing them in order, as I said. If you don't have the appropriate piece of equipment, always feel free to reach out to me. My email, your coach should be able to give you. You can kind of check out if you're comfortable online, swapping, finding some good options there. If you work with a coach, obviously refer to them. Make sure you're getting it done, though. If you're not comfortable with something and you want to choose a different exercise, that is fine. Safety first, right? I don't want you coming in, having hurt yourself, obviously, or maybe with not so good technique because you weren't sure how to do something. So watch the videos, contact me if you have any questions. And finally, this chat feature in the bottom middle here. Click on that. You can reach out to me directly. You type my name in. Hey, coach, I don't have a hex bar. What should I do instead? Or, whatever else you may need. Hopefully that gives you the gist of how things should run. Never hesitate to ask me any questions. Otherwise, hope you have a fantastic summer and happy training.